Hey, Professor, it's Daniel Goodrum with my Sprint 2 update. I'm going to start just going a brief overview of my game concept that I'm going to make, and then I'll talk about what I implemented this week, and then I will finish up going over my project. Um, my game concept is going to be like a capture the flag, like dodgeball type thing. So I'm just going to have a bunch of dudes like this. I'm gonna make them have better AI than just driving in circles. But so they're just gonna be shooting randomly, and I'm gonna be trying to dodge them. And then there's also gonna be like landmines and obstacles that'll hurt you on the ground. And then I'm gonna implement a health bar so you can get hit multiple times before you die. And then there'll be like health power ups, and then like the flags you capture. Um, So I'm gonna the little HUD thing in the middle. That was just me messing around with the HUD, trying to make sure that I could get like transparencies working. Because what I want to do is I want to have like a health bar that scales. So I was trying to figure that out. Um, Other than that, so we'll get into the work for this week. So you can see, got two AABBs on my objects, and there's my tank doing a circle, and then when they intersect, they turn red, like they are supposed to. Um, oh, I got hit with a bullet. Um, yeah, so like, see, real close, not quite touching, and then rotate a little bit and touching. Boom. Um, so yeah, that was pretty simple. And then let me close this out, and then I'll put in showing you um, interacting with B spheres. Same thing, works fine. The only question I had was about the clamp point. So like here, if you look real close, I have the clamp point shown as this little purple box. So like as I move away, so what I did was it stays until you get a certain distance away from something, and so I just did that with an if statement. I know it's not, you hate if statements, but the way I went about doing that was I put it in the clamping um, the intersect function. So if it's within a certain distance, I was making it so like everyone would show up, which I just take the if statement out. But then there's like six of them on the box, and it was getting annoying to look at. Um, so I mean, I'm just leaving that in here for now. But yeah. So I just made the clamp point its own function, and it goes and all that stuff works. Other than that, this week, I didn't have a whole lot going on. And wait, hold on. I'm just reading the document, make sure I don't need to talk about anything else. Okay, yeah, and so here I got my so I made it just so like if it goes in backwards, it just calls the same function for AABB and B sphere code. Um, I got my intersect here, and then my clamp point, and then I did an overlap function. Um, and then so for my project, so I was thinking, because we talked about this a little bit yesterday, but the so each if I'm storing all of the input commands, I could serialize them so that every time it runs the manager for the inputables, where it just processes everything in the list, I could serialize them. So just have serial 1, 2, so on. And so that when I upload everything, it'll just match the serialization instead of the timing. And that way, every cycle it'll know which one it's doing. I think that'll work better because after talking with you about how the inherently adding another system changes the timing of the rest of the system, that would be not ideal. So if I just know that on the first run through on the first frame these were called. On the 10th frame, these were called. I can just serialize all of them like that, and I think it'll work better. I did some work looking through XML databases, like how to output to them. That might be a little bit more ambitious than I can accomplish in the given time. So I might just do just a standard text out and then just load and place everything when I load it back in. So that's where I'm at on that. So I'm at about 5.5 minutes. So I'm gonna cut it short. If you have any questions, comments, let me know. Thank you.